Hi guys, Mr. Rain here. This video I'm going to show you a tutorial on how to beat every single one of the time trials. Now, a lot of these are pretty straightforward, but a couple of them are some of the most frustrating things I've ever had to endure in my entire life, just because of the mechanics of the fish. It's kind of like a fish out of water, so to speak. But what you want to do for starters is equip the shadow set. So a lot of the stuff won't actually have an effect on speed, but a majority of the fins and the tail and those kind of things, they will have an effect on speed, and it needs to be an active, not active and passive, not the on the lunge. The effects that need to take, they need to be on the active or passive, not on the lunge effect. Okay, so like I said, a lot of these are going to be straightforward, but a little bit later in the more difficult ones, when we come back all the way around to the DLC that comes back to the main campaign, very lazy in my opinion, I want to do some tutorial and some commentary when we get to those. And on top of that, after this video, I'm going to release a video on all of the comm tower destructions. Now, there are some towers that are, again, some of the most irritating things I've ever had to do because the lock-on mechanism is so bad in this game. It's just terrible. So what I've done is I've searched for easy ways for each of the quests that require you to take out a comms tower or the satellite dish, and I'm going to put that video up after this if that's something that interests you at all. And if you are trying to get 100% on this game, then you're definitely going to watch that video, because some of those comm towers take 40 minutes, 45 minutes to an hour to get it, and I've found ways that you can cheese it within 4 or 5 minutes. And also, guys, check the description for timeline for all of the timestamps with all of the time trials in them, and with the names alongside them as well. So I'm going to chirp up a bit later when the time trials start getting ridiculously hard, so I'll catch you then.
The creature has disappeared, probably whisked away by a government boat. Anticipating a reprisal, the predator flees. The NWO is still in hot pursuit. The fish must be cunning, because unlike her pursuer, she doesn't have a 5,000 horsepower engine. This footage could only be captured with the best professional-grade Swedish drone cameras. She successfully evaded the New World shock troops. The explosion has drawn unwanted attention. The patriotic Piscus must be swift to avoid capture. T-Shiver, as trespassing on military property could result in a 6-month prison sentence. NWO doggedly pursues the fleeing predator. I haven't seen a fish this wily since Babe Winkleman tried to catch that pike in northwestern Ontario. The bull's olfactory center registers the sweet smell of freedom. The shark would be advised to cut down on all that extraneous popping. Perhaps she started out of the gate too hard. Looks like she's hit a wall. Swimming is an ancient discipline, and this shark has it mastered. The shark bursts right out of the gate. Look at the technique. She's really transferring her muscle power from her body to the water. She's something else, isn't she? Well, that sated my need for speed. And we have started. That anal fin is really important as a vertical stabilizer. Looks like she's hit a wall. Something else, isn't it? The big fish masterfully demonstrates how to splash and dash. Feel the water. I think that's her problem. This fish really needs a second wind. See there? That's some real good technique. one of the best forms of cardiovascular exercise available to the shark. Well, that sated my need for speed.
Anybody got
The shark's poor technique is really limiting her swim speed. Look how gracefully she glides through the water. Swim technique can increase drag and decrease efficiency. Swimming is an ancient discipline, and this shark has it mastered. The shark bursts right out of the gate. This is actually going quite well. Ticking, there's little time to make up for errors. This is not an optimal race pace. That's another clip for this shark's highlight reel. The shark blasts out with an unbelievable start. The predator perhaps could improve her streamline. The shark's dorsal helps her keep balance as she moves through the water. That is some sailfish-level swim. Wow, such speed and control. What a feat of fastness. Work would really help the shark's race times. This is such a treat for all you die-hard swim fanatics. for the record books. Marine mammal parks are designed to anesthetize us from reality. Just like a quote of the day calendar.
Okay guys, welcome to Hell on Earth, or Hell on Water, or Underwater in this instance. I spent more time on this time trial than any other time trials combined. This is the deep float, funny that. Now it does change around from day to night because yeah, I tried this so many times. So at the start, you need to be as quick as you can. You need to put on the amphibious, like I showed you in the beginning, just to make that land trek over there just a little bit quicker. You can do this very differently than I've done it here. I tried this method maybe 1 every 10 attempts, and I happened to get it on this one, but I'll show you here. Jump up there, go up the bridge, and then get the time trial. I did that majority of the time, and it worked almost every time. Every now and again, I would try this and just see if I could potentially just launch onto the rings from the water. It very seldomly happens. You can do the same right there, launch on the left over there or the right, and go up the bridge like a humanoid and get that little time trial done, that ring. Because doing it like this is way more difficult than it looks. I mean, this is maybe 1 in 15, 1 in 20 you'll be able to actually launch up there. But if you are good at that, then you're not going to have any issues at all. But I've tried it so many times and I failed so many times. This one as well, you can jump up on the left hand side over there or the right hand side, and you can just walk up the bridge or waddle up the bridge if you will, and you'll be able to get that marker. And that's what I did majority of the time, like I was saying. All I wanted to do is just skim on the water. It's so difficult to get the shark just to stay on the surface of the water without him launching up or launching down. But this one as well, the final one, you can get onto the bridge on the left hand side. If you have more than 10 seconds left like I had right there, you can launch up there. If you're very, very lucky, you can get onto that bridge and you can waddle across there and get the last one. But again, I just thought I would try for this one, and I did it. At this point, I was so exuberated, I was so happy that I never had to do that again, and then realized I had to do the PS5 version after that as well. But that one was definitely the most difficult one, hands down. Now, the last one here as well, nothing too difficult because of what made the first one difficult, or the previous one, was the multiple launches over the bridges. This one has one at the end, and it's not too difficult because in the end I think I had 30 seconds to waddle up the bridge and to get the ring, the last and final ring. But guys, that is going to be it for this video. Remember, I've got another video coming up soon on the comm towers and the sat dishes, which are absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it almost ruined the DLC for me. Not to sit here and moan about the DLC and everything wrong with it, but there is just so much wrong with it, guys. And £12 is, to me, in my opinion, with regards to new content, it's just not really worth it. Don't get me wrong, I love the game, I love the main campaign, but the DLC is just absolutely horrendous. The amount of glitches, getting stuck inside bosses, the constant repetition of story narration from Chris Parnell. He's an absolute legend, one of my favorite voice actors of all. But it's repeated and repeated, and it just gets to the point where I had to turn off the dialogue, turn off everything, just have the sound effects, because it was just getting to me so badly. Like you're trying your best to get these rings done and to get the time trials, and then he's like, maybe you should take a break, or maybe the shark should try harder, and you're like, don't start with me with that. But that's just my opinion, guys. I was very disappointed with the DLC. I did enjoy some of it. The comms towers and these time trials kind of ruined it for me. But in the end, I managed to get it. As you can see here, I had just over 30 seconds when I eventually got to the second last ring. So I decided to go up the bridge over here, and I almost messed it up as well, because the camera angles are so terrible, as you can see right there. But I messed it up once, but I managed to get onto the bridge and do that once again. But guys, yeah, stick around for that other video. If you are enjoying the content, show us some love, smash that love button, and if you really are, then subscribe. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'm going to catch you on the next one.
Impressive. But how do you think she'd fare in the 200-meter backstroke?